The nuclear power plant hosted a Valentine's Day dance. Homer and Marge dressed up for the occasion. Afterward, the two went to Mr. Burns' office. But at that moment, Burns mistakenly thought his pet had wandered in.
Wait a minute. That contractor said this was a bottomless pit. I'll have his license.
Later, they went up to the rooftop to enjoy some private time. But old Abe called. He said he didn't want to be alone on Valentine's Day. Reluctantly, Homer and Marge went to the nursing home. They brought chocolate for everyone, but the residents weren't interested. Marge turned on some music to lighten the mood, but it reminded the elderly of the lovers from their youth.
Yeah, me and my Bubala made love to that song, creating a kid who never visits.
And now back to Prairie Home Companion.
Oh, no.
Pull the plug. No, on me.
Okay, time for some Valentine's candy for our swingin' seniors.
However, the seniors didn't believe in love.
But it's a new brand, and they're oh so pretty. Look, green, like M&Ms with hope.
After taking the medicine, the elderly began having hallucinations. They imagined being with their loved ones, and soon they were dancing with their partners.
Do you think it's okay to leave them here?
Marge, all we ever do is leave them here.
I just think there's more we should do.
We could visit your mother.
No, you're right. Let's go home.
The next day, Homer gave the leftover chocolate to his coworkers. That's when he noticed Professor Frink passed out drunk in the lab. The professor said he was feeling lonely.
Listen, pal, I've had plenty of experience with one woman, and I can tell you, relationships are just trial and error. Like anniversaries. First I tried, don't remember. Then, remember too late. Then I happily settled on make Lisa remember. And my relationship with Lisa has never been better.
Homer's words gave him inspiration. Professor Frink decided to use science to crack the code of love, though Homer explained that romantic attraction is really a chemical reaction.
Which is science.
What?
Then the two went to the institute to conduct research. After investigating, Professor Frink adopted outfits that women liked, and then he started his experiments.
So do you, find me attractive?
Sorry, but no.
Oh, curse the luck. This is an android that I programmed to say nothing but yes.
The professor felt overwhelmed. Homer thought it was his voice that was the problem.
Why, what's wrong with my voice? With the up and down and the extra words and the terminal nonsense and the hiving, cliving, wagging? Oh my God, it's the voice.
Duh.
So he quickly developed a chip that could change his voice. With it, the professor's voice became magnetic. Even Homer was impressed. Then they went to a yoga class to test it. The women said they hated being hit on there, but Professor Frink analyzed their emotional histories using the data he had collected. The women were quickly charmed by him. When he left, all the women waved goodbye. Homer congratulated the professor.
Boy, you are smooth. Carl smooth. Now I better get home. And in case Marge is mad, can I borrow that chip?
Oh, sure thing, pal. I have extras.
Chitter, chitter, baby.
Back home, Marge was woken up by Homer, but when she heard his newly magnetic voice, she instantly forgave him.
What the hell was that?
What the? You're not my wife. Which I find intriguing.
Suit yourself.
The next day, Homer asked the professor how things were going. He said he still had many dates lined up. That night, a woman suddenly burst into the bar looking for Professor Frink, but Mo said he wasn't there. After she left, the professor crawled out from under the table. Everyone envied Professor Frink's love life.
Let me see here. Needy men plus lonely women. I just bring them together.
Not long after, Springfield's planetarium hosted a party. Homer and Marge noticed it was full of Professor Frink's admirers. At that point, the professor admitted he had been using high-tech tricks.
Release the bachelors. I hope they enjoy it.
Tough man would love to be taught how to speak in the first person.
Everyone's paired up.
But soon the professor was alone again. He used a telescope to admire the night sky, though luckily a robot kept him company.
Why did I build a mother? God.
Meanwhile, Marge took the kids to visit old Abe. They found the elderly still lost in their dancing hallucinations. Marge realized the medicine was still active.
Wow, they are really out of it. There must be some way to take advantage of them.
You're telling me.
Bart invited a few seniors over to play cards. Using his tricks, he managed to win against them.
Bart!
Ay, caramba!
You're taking advantage of these people who don't know where they are. I'm taking them back where they belong.
Later, Marge escorted them back to the nursing home. She scolded the caregivers for giving the residents the medicine.
It's a fact. If these seniors aren't medicated, I can't binge watch Boardwalk Empire.
Nucky dies at the end.
Yeah? Well, screw you.
I'm gonna report you to the state.
I really don't care.
After stopping the medication, the seniors became listless. The caregivers said they had hidden the medicine, but Old Abe found it anyway. He swallowed it himself. Marge tried to stop him, but Old Abe said he missed Mona. He went outside and saw himself as he had in his youth. Old Abe drove to the party, where he danced gracefully with Mona. Marge arrived to stop him, but Old Abe refused to believe her. So Marge called Bart and Lisa, and only then did Old Abe finally accept the truth. He said goodbye to Mona.
So what, all that dancing around with me meant nothing?
Ho, I'll be back to steal a kiss later. And as for you, I got more involved plans.